Hey there, this is Women on the Brink. I'm your host, Chris Jeffrey, a registered acupuncturist and wellness advisor with a passion for helping women live happier and more balanced lives. When I'm away from work, I'm usually outside in nature, either walking the seawall or I'm hiking in the mountains. And like many of you, my life has been filled with moments of hardship, some that I thought I couldn't overcome and really left me questioning my own strength. But through these challenges, I discovered resilience, courage, and a renewed sense of purpose. So I'm here to share not just my journey, but the lessons I've learned, and to remind you that no matter what obstacles come your way, there's always a path forward. And just to let you know, this podcast is not prescriptive, it's an offering. So please take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Women on the Brink. I'm still keeping these episodes a little smaller as we ease out of summer. So I was scrolling the other day because, of course, that's what we all do. We scroll. And I saw a really great post from Arlene Dickson. You know her, right? Dragon's Den, powerhouse, doesn't flinch when people pitch her terrible business ideas. Yeah, that Arlene. She shared this quote from Anaïs Nin: "Life shrinks or grows in proportion to one's courage." And I thought, oof, okay, Anaïs, just call me out, why don't you? And Arlene went on to talk about how as we get older, we start living smaller lives without even noticing. The same coffee order, the same safe conversations, the same routines. And I mean, look, I love a good routine. Who doesn't? My coffee order is practically sacred, but she's right. When did predictability start passing as something always worth striving for? Sometimes I think I'm doing really well because I remembered to buy protein bars before I ran out. And yes, for me, that's a big win, but it's not exactly living courageously anymore, is it? So, one of the big times I'd say I chose courage over comfort is this decision I just made about going back to school to finish my anthropology degree. And trust me, that was not the safe option. The safe option would have been stay where I am, keep my life nice and tidy, and stay predictable. But you know what? I felt like I was shrinking because I know that when I finally step back into learning and getting into university, so much is going to open up. New people, new ideas, fresh energy. It's kind of like taking the plastic lid off of my life. And then there's my friend who I just had lunch with this past weekend. And for years, I thought that she had completely written off dating men again, like stamped closed for business on her heart and then just walked away. And honestly, I mean, I respected it. She's independent, she's happy on her own. But then the other day, she tells me at the age of 63 that she hopes to find love again. And I thought, yes, that's it. That's exactly what Arlene's talking about. Because opening yourself up to love is actually terrifying because you're vulnerable. But it's also the most courageous way to make your world bigger. And then there's me with my Salt Spring Island dream. I don't think I've really ever mentioned this before because it feels really big to me. But my dream is a rustic farmhouse and guest cottages and chickens and goats and big cozy kitchen with a fireplace where people can gather. And this vision, it really lights me up, but it also terrifies me at the same time. Because let's be honest, goats are a big commitment. But for me, even daring to hold that dream is an act of courage. It's me saying, nope, I'm not going to shrink. I'm going to keep imagining a bigger, fuller life for myself. And Arlene also mentioned how in Asia, older people are everywhere, laughing in parks, riding the subway, they're gardening, they're running businesses. They're very visible, they're vibrant, and they're not hiding away or getting smaller. And I thought, yes, that's how I want to age. Out in the world, not tucked away like a potted plant. So here's what I'm taking away. Our lives aren't meant to shrink down to fit our comfort zone. Our comfort zone actually needs to grow to fit our life. And maybe that starts small. Maybe it's just saying yes to something you'd normally say no to. Maybe trying a new food. Or like me, maybe it's even daring to imagine silky chickens in your future. So let's make our worlds bigger. Let's stay curious. Let's be brave enough to keep evolving at any age. Thank you, Arlene. Thanks for joining. And I want you to know that this isn't just a podcast, this is a movement. So share this information with your friends and let's go, ladies.